building wealth might sound intimidating if you're just getting started. Maybe you don't come from money, or you've made mistakes in the past. But here's the truth: anyone can build wealth, regardless of background, age, or income level. The key is to start with the right mindset, take small but consistent steps, and make smart decisions over time. In this video, we'll walk you through the essential first steps to begin building wealth from scratch, even if you're starting with nothing. 1. Understand what wealth really is. Before you can begin building wealth, you need to understand what wealth actually means. For many people, wealth is confused with income or material possessions. They think someone who drives an expensive car, wears designer clothes, or lives in a big house is automatically wealthy. But often, that's not the case. In fact, some of the people who appear the richest are actually living paycheck to paycheck, drowning in debt, or completely dependent on their job to maintain their lifestyle. True wealth is something deeper, and far more sustainable. Wealth isn't just about how much money you earn. It's about how much you keep, how wisely you grow it, and how long it lasts. Real wealth gives you freedom. It gives you the ability to make choices without being controlled by money. It means having enough assets, things like savings, investments, and property, that provide financial security and peace of mind, even when you're not actively working. Wealth is also about stability and options. It's having the flexibility to leave a job you don't like, take time off when you need it, or handle unexpected expenses without panic. It's the ability to help your family, pursue your passions, and plan your future without constant financial stress. In other words, wealth is not about flashy things, it's about financial independence. And it starts with how you think about money. This is why understanding wealth matters before you even begin building it. If your goal is just to look rich, you may fall into the trap of spending every dollar to impress others, leaving nothing behind to actually grow. But if your goal is to be truly wealthy, your decisions will reflect that. You'll focus more on saving, investing, and building long-term value, rather than spending to satisfy short-term emotions. Once you truly understand what wealth is, freedom, not stuff, you begin to see money as a tool, not just a reward. You start asking smarter questions. How can I make my money work for me? Instead of how can I afford that new thing? That shift in thinking is the very first step to becoming wealthy, no matter where you're starting from. 2. Start with a financial checkup. Before you build anything, you need to know where you stand. That means doing a financial checkup. List all your sources of income, every monthly expense, your total debts, and your current savings. This may feel uncomfortable at first, but clarity is power. When you know your numbers, you can make informed decisions. You'll also discover where your money is leaking and what habits are holding you back. This is the first step in taking full control of your financial future. 3. Set clear, specific goals. Wealth building starts with goals. But not just vague dreams like I want to be rich. Instead, set specific, measurable goals. It could be saving your first $1,000, paying off a credit card, starting an emergency fund, or investing a certain amount each month. When your goals are clear and tied to a purpose, like buying a home, retiring early, or creating generational wealth, you'll stay more motivated. Every big financial success starts with a small, focused goal. 4. Build an emergency fund first. Before investing or thinking about passive income, your first priority should be safety, and that means building an emergency fund. Aim to save at least 3 to 6 months' worth of basic living expenses in a separate savings account. This fund protects you from unexpected events like medical bills, car repairs, or job loss. Without this cushion, any setback can wipe out your progress. Your emergency fund is your financial foundation. Build it before anything else. 5. Eliminate high-interest debt. Debt is one of the biggest barriers to building wealth. Especially high-interest debt like credit cards, payday loans, or personal loans. These types of debt drain your income and slow down your ability to save and invest. If you're carrying balances with high interest rates, make a plan to pay them off as quickly as possible. Focus on either the avalanche method, paying off the highest interest debt first, or the snowball method, paying off the smallest balance first for quick wins. Either way, the goal is the same: free your future from financial chains. 6. Start saving and budgeting. The habit of saving money is essential to building wealth. Even if you're starting with small amounts, consistency is what matters most. Set up automatic transfers from your checking to your savings every time you get paid. It could be as little as $10 or $50. What matters is the habit. Alongside saving, create a simple budget to track where your money goes. Budgeting isn't about restriction, it's about intention. When you control your spending, you create more room to save and invest. 7. Learn about investing. Once you've built your emergency fund and tackled your debt, it's time to learn the basics of investing. Investing is how your money grows and works for you. You don't need to be a stock market expert to begin, you just need to understand the fundamentals. Learn about index funds, compound interest, and retirement accounts like IRAs or 401ks. The sooner you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. Even small investments add up over years and decades. Time in the market beats timing the market. 8. Increase your income over time. Saving and budgeting are powerful, but over time, building wealth also requires increasing your income. That might mean asking for a raise, learning new skills, changing careers, or starting a side hustle. Wealthy people often focus not just on saving what they have, but growing what they earn. Look for ways to increase your value in the marketplace, because the more value you offer, the more money you can command. Use that extra income to invest more and grow faster. 9. Automate good habits. One of the secrets to building wealth is making it automatic. Automate your savings. Automate your bill payments. Automate your investments. Why? Because habits that are automatic don't rely on willpower. You don't need to think about saving money if it happens on its own. This makes you more consistent, removes human error, and keeps your financial plan running, even when life gets busy. Systems create success. Automate your systems, and wealth becomes much easier to build. 10. Be patient and stay consistent. Building wealth doesn't happen overnight. It's not about getting rich quick, it's about getting rich steadily. The people who succeed financially are the ones who stick with it, through the ups and downs. Even when progress feels slow, consistency compounds. Stay the course, avoid impulse decisions, and keep improving one step at a time. Wealth building is not a sprint, it's a long, steady climb. And every small decision adds up. Wealth building might sound complicated, but it's really just a series of simple steps done consistently over time. Start by understanding what wealth means to you. Take control of your finances. Save, budget, invest, and grow your income. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to begin. No matter where you're starting from, you can build wealth. The most important thing is to take the first step, and then keep going. Your future self will thank you.